Proverbs 18 verse 14. It says, the spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity. And that word infirmity there is dis-ease. So that's the antonym of ease is what? Dis-ease. Anything that makes you uneasy is a dis-ease. So if it's worry, if it's a particular place you find yourself in, if it's a condition you find yourself in, if it's someone, whatever it is that makes you uncomfortable, it's a dis-ease. Sickness has never brought joy to anyone. Sickness has never brought ease to anyone. Sickness has always been a diseased man. So that word infirmity, that it means disease, and it was also clear, it was specific. It also means sickness. It also means sickness. So it says the spirit of a man will sustain him. It says his infirmity will sustain his infirmity. I'm just constructing it in a way that will be clear. So it means the spirit of a man will sustain him in his disease and will also sustain him in his sickness. He says what? The spirit of a man. He didn't say medicine. He didn't say medicine, because medicine, I have heard cases, I have seen people who have taken medicine and their condition gets worse and worse and worse unto death. There are sicknesses that are killing people. They are taking medicine. They have been, or they've had the opportunity to experience the best doctors, first class treatments, yet it could do nothing for them. It's clearly been shown that medicine is not an absolute. But he says the spirit of a man will keep him. He says will keep him. That's what other versions say. He says will sustain him. Why? Because it's the spirit that gives life. So he says the spirit of a man will keep him, will sustain him, will sustain him in infirmity, in sickness, in disease. In the first place, if you know the origin of sickness, you will know that this proverb cannot be wrong. Because God did not create man to die. God did not create man to be sick. God did not create man to be afflicted. But when man allowed corruption to get into his spirit, what happened? The spirit of man was wounded. Man could not get sick because of the state of his spirit. But when the spirit was wounded, and the wound is something that shows that the thing is not in its original state. So when the spirit of man was wounded by sin, he could not bear sickness. He did not have what it took to keep him from getting sick. He did not even have what it took to keep him in his sickness. So the sickness can get worse and worse and worse till he dies.